Hi gang, Denise here, and this is Pose of the Week. Today I'm looking at Malasana, or full squat, and I actually am more interested this time in foot and ankle position because I had this request from Stephanie and Ashley. So in Malasana, full Malasana, where we have the bind, it looks kind of like this. But what we're interested in today is what's happening at the feet and ankles. So, you know, if you want to be able to recapture a full squat position, which I assure you, when you were a child, you could probably do this position. But, you know, we get out of the habit of using full ankle range of motion throughout our life, mostly because when we sit, you know, we don't have to bend all that much. You can see I don't have to have much ankle dorsiflexion here. A lot of people wear heels when they walk, so that also eliminates the need for dorsiflexion. If I walked barefoot all the time, you see I would have to get my toes out of the way by lifting my forefoot like that. That's dorsiflexion. So walking barefoot is definitely healthier for feet and ankles. And, you know, if we're just not using that range of motion, we lose it. Other thing, too, is some people, if they hyperextend at the knee, then they're constantly reducing how much bend they need at their ankle as well. So there's lots of reasons why somebody would have this as an adult for sure. So what can we do about it? Well, it's not one thing, of course. Part of the problem here is maybe toe extension isn't quite what it needs to be, so you need to be able to fully extend your toes. Again, that's sort of something you can help with working on a ball, where you can start to recapture your foot function, your toe function. You can also release the sole of the foot so that those tissues are easier and more pliable to bend, and they're more receptive to being stretched and mobilized. And you can also be using a ball around your ankles, you know, even in the bony areas. You can be using a ball to release the calf muscles. So all of that plays in to the range of motion you're going to have at the ankle. So if you work on releasing that, that's going to give you a little bit of help. The other thing you want to do is maybe you start working with a uni squat or a unilateral squat. So this position, again, it might not be accessible. Maybe your heel wants to stay up, but you're going to work on leaning into that and seeing about bringing your heel down over time. Maybe at first you'll have to put a heel onto something. Or another alternative here is to put something under your sitting bone. So I think, Stephanie, for you, it's a little bit more knee involvement too. Your knee doesn't want to bend that much. So see, this is going to help you get into a squat position. Eventually, you can have 2 feet in the squat position, and then just start working here with leaning your body weight forward. You know, and it takes time. I would recommend working on that at least 10 minutes a day for probably a year or so. It's going to take a long time. It's very resistant tissue. All right. Once you have some balance in that pose, you can start working with just something under the heels. Okay. It's important to let the heels drop down into something and bear your weight. This needs to be weight bearing. Okay. If it's like this, those muscles are being taught to keep you lifted. They're not going to come down. So they actually do need to ground into something. So again, you can reduce the amount of help you're getting under your heels over time, but you know, you do need to be grounding those heels into something. So try that foot release, splaying your toes, getting all of that loosened up, and then one side at a time can start to help you bring a bit more movement into your feet and ankles. Anything else you can do to mobilize and then start to get grounded into something that will help you sustain that pose for a while. If you're losing your balance, use the block behind you. That can be quite helpful, and you don't need quite so much at the knee. This will develop, but it takes time. This will develop, but it takes time. Okay, I hope those tips help you a little bit. Try it out. It really requires commitment, so give it a try. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.